associate partners with Allah. And Allah is the one who helped you, protect you, gave you. And then he went back and came and said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. That is the ni'mah that we are living. That is the ni'mah that we're experiencing. Brothers and sisters, there are many doctors out there, philosophers, scientists. When you ask them early in the morning, what is your first things that you do? He'll say, the first thing that I think about is to walk my dog out. Or is to flip channels to see what are the news, stock markets. But for you, when you wake up early in the morning, you say, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Praise to Allah. You make wudu, you stand in salat and praise Allah. So it is a blessing from Allah that we are Muslims. And when Allah gave us this ni'mah, Allah asks us to do good. Allah says in the Holy Quran, in Surah Al-Hajj, Ya ayyuhan nas, irka'u wasjudu wa'budu rabbakum waf'alu al-khayra la'allakum tuflihun. That all mankind make ruku', bow down, prostrate for your Lord, worship none but your Lord alone, and do good. In that you will be successful in this life and in the hereafter. So Allah gave us this ni'mah to Islam and command us to do good. And among the good things that we can do is that we should spend in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should spend in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, هل أدلكم على تجارة تنجيكم من عذاب أليم تؤمنون بالله ورسوله وتجاهدون في سبيل الله بأموالكم وأنفسكم. Oh, who you believe, shall I not guide you to the path, to a bargain, a business, a transactions, that when you are involved in such transactions, there's no risk. There's no risk of you losing the money that you're going to give in the cause of Allah. It is guaranteed. Allah will multiply it. Allah says, it will protect you from hellfire. And your wealth will be increased. And you will be ranked among the good doers in the hereafter. Allah will put barakah in your health, put barakah in the health of your children, put barakah, blessings in your children, your wealth, your property. You should believe in Allah, believe in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you should strive in the cause of Allah with your soul and your wealth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ اشْتَرَى مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ أَنفُسَهُمْ وَأَمْوَالَهُم بِأَنَّ لَهُمُ الْجَنَّةَ. Allah purchased from us our soul, our wealth, that He will exchange those with His Jannah. أَلَا إِنَّ سِلْعَةَ اللَّهِ غَالِيَةٌ. وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ. Whatever you spend in the cause of Allah, you will certainly get the reward with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Brothers and sisters in Islam, here's a story of a woman. A poor woman came to ask the wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for sadaqah, for food. She was starving. Spent 2 to 3 days with no food. She came with 2 daughters. And Aisha radiallahu anha, she is a generous woman. Why not? She cannot be a generous lady. Her dad was Abu Bakr Siddiq, who spent in the cause of Allah. When he was asked, what did you left for your family? He said, Allah wa Rasul. For them, it's Allah and His prophets. And she's married to who? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, who used to spend, to the point that a man described him, إِنَّهُ رَجُلٌ يُنْفِقْ كَرَجُلٍ لَا يَخْشَى الْفَقْرَ بَعْدَ الْغِنَى. He spent as a person who does not fear poverty after being rich. So this poor woman came with her 2 daughters and asked Aisha radiallahu anha to give them food. She went, searched in the kitchen, she couldn't find nothing except 2 pieces of tamar. 3. She brought those 3 pieces of date, gave one to her 2 daughters. And then the young girl ate her piece and then looked to her mother and asked her mother, Mom, I need your piece. Subhanallah, the mercy that Allah put in the hearts of our mothers. May Allah bless them. May Allah forgive them. It's huge. It's massive. It's enormous. This woman, she's starving for days. She couldn't have food. She took a piece of thumb and gave it to this young girl. Aisha radiallahu anha, she was present. She found this story so amazing. She started weeping in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, crying. And when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam stepped in, she said to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, Atadri ma al-hasil? O the Prophet of Allah, do you know what just happened? And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, at that moment, Jibreel alayhi salam was dispatched by Allah to come and inform the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that because of that piece of date, tamr, that the mother took and gave it to her daughter, Allah has forgave all her sins and admitted her to Jannah. And then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, before Aisha explained to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam the story, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to Aisha, Ya Aisha, ata'jabina min sani'atiha? Ata'jabina min sani'atiha? Inna Allah qad ghafara laha بتلك التمرة وأدخلها الجنة بتلك التمرة. لا إله إلا الله رحمة الله واسعة. O Aisha, are you amazed with her mercy and kindness, generosity towards her daughter? Because of that piece of time that she gave to her daughter, Allah forgave all her sins. All her sins was expiated, and Allah admitted her to Jannah because of that. So brothers and sisters in Islam, when we spend in the cause of Allah, we are giving it to Allah. That's why Aisha radiallahu anha, when a miskin used to come to her, asking her for food or money, she would wrap that food or money in a clean piece of white cloth and gave it to her. And she was asked, why are you doing that? She said, I'm not giving it to this poor person who is asking me. I'm giving it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said in a hadith, قال إن مما يلحق العبد بعد موته, that there are things that you will get the ajr, the reward after your death. These are considered to be continuous charity. Among those, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Qur'an warrathahu. You purchase a Qur'an, $10, and you brought it and place it on the shelf in the masjid. That Qur'an, whenever people recite from it, you get the ajr. A mosque that you build, or you gave $5, $10, share with people to build a mosque for the cause of Allah. A house, a young kid that you will born, that you will have, and you will raise him upon La ilaha illallah. Teach him Quran. After your death, whenever he raises his hand, that ajr will go to you. And a well that you will dig for poor people to drink from as a source of water. All those are ajr that you will get in your grave. That's why Imam al-Jawzi, he was one of the scholars during the 7th century. He said, قال وكم من ناس ماتوا وهم فينا أحياء. He said, there is a very good wording that he put. He said, how many people out there passed away a long time ago, centuries ago, but yet they are just like they are living among us because they are getting the ajr each and every day. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulih al-amin, amma ba'd. All praise and thanks to you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Dearest brothers and sisters in Islam, we are here from Omaha, Nebraska, and I'm the Imam at the Islamic Center in that state. I'm the main Imam over there. And we are here today from the Islamic community to ask you, your community, to please help us in our project that we're doing. When I came, first, I was born in Saudi Arabia, Madinat al-Munawwara. I came over here to seek my master's. And alhamdulillah, I worked on my first master's and my second master's. I was planning to go, but because of the community was in need of someone to be with them in order to teach them with Quran, I decided to stay with them. At the time, our community was 800 people, not more than that. That was 2005. But today, as I'm speaking with you, there are more than 8,000 Muslims in that community now. Alhamdulillah. We have a masjid that accommodates the vast majority, and we have some musallat, prayer hall that we try to purchase and accommodate a lot of our communities. We have now received a lot of refugees from Syria, Sudan, Somalia, and Burma. All these communities have now moved to our state. We are trying to teach our children, but there's no room to accommodate them. So what happened is that we purchased a place, a house, a property across the masjid. And alhamdulillah, we have worked through it. We have paid almost 2/3 of the property. So the balance on hand is almost $100,000. So we are traveling all around the states to ask generously that you should donate to our community in order for us to claim or pay off the balance for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are here with the help and the support of your community. We're grateful and thankful to all of you as a member of this great community. So please, inshallah, we will ask you to stay with us after the salat for your help and your support. Whatever you can get, please donate to our cause. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward each and every one of you. عباد الله اعلموا أن الله أمركم بأمر عظيم فبدأ بنفسه وثنى بملائكته الأبرار وثلث بكم أيها المؤمنون فقال عز من قائل إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم على نبينا محمد وارض اللهم عن الخلفاء الأربعة الراشدين أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وعن سائر الصحابة وعنا معهم بجودك وكرمك يا أكرم الأكرمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار هذا وصلى اللهم على نبينا محمد من الصلاة إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا